Hello everyone and welcome to West Beach for CMAX Premier League midweek softball round 10 we have tonight. Just the two games on, playing here on wonderful Ghana land down here at West Beach. My name is Peter Williams. I'm joined tonight by a two-time national champion, Instagram influencer, SA Stars veteran and the Sturt enforcer making her debut on the microphone, Sarah Tonkin. Welcome.
Thank you, it's good to be here.
And also joining us, two-time Cath Coral medalist, multiple Premier League premierships and state under-18 assistant coach Kylie Weatherstone. Kylie, welcome.
Thank you. I just got here in time, but I'm here.
Perfect. Tonight we see Seacombe taking on the Hills. Earlier in the year they played each other with Hills running out 10-2 winners at that time, and the other time was just a washout, so a 0-0 draw. However, Seacombe have won their last two games against Glenelg Walkerville leading into this. It's been a couple of weeks since we've had a game. The Hills Young Guns have Abby Jorgensen fresh off their 23s Nationals, returning for their lineup, and back with some experienced players, Megan Williams, Maddie Rocha and Talia LaRosa. How do you see the performances so far this season, and how do you think that they can win tonight's matchup, Sarah?
I think it's going to be really good to have the older girls back in the mix to really lead the team through this game, and the juniors coming up through the Hills as well have a lot of speed. So I think if we can keep the errors to a minimum and utilise that speed, I think they've got a really good chance tonight.
And Seacombe, they've got the pair coming back in off the under-23s in Araha Munro and Becky Havis, but their imports also posing a big threat with the early Cath Coral favourite Regan Diaz. She can play anywhere. She's very quick, she's fast, she can get around the diamond, she can hit a big ball, she can hit a small ball. We're going to see her starting the middle tonight for Seacombe. Kylie, what have you made of the first half of the season for Seacombe, and what do you think they've got to do tonight to win?
Well, definitely Reagan coming into the club has been an absolute fantastic thing for everybody. She's been a ray of sunshine there. She's not only working on her own game, but she's obviously helping the team with their skills and things as well. So looking forward to seeing her tonight. Becky Havis obviously come up with the 23s as well, so she's obviously ready to go. Same with Araha if she needs to come in. I think she's going to be hitting. Looks like she's going to be playing first base tonight. So I think Seacombe, as you said, one of the last two games they've played, so they'll be raring to go and really looking forward to a win tonight.
All right, Sarah, we're going to get you straight into it. If you want to run around the diamond as Hills have taken the field for their warm-up.
All right, we have got Claire Mohan-Ram pitching to Erin Adams-McDonald. We've got Catalina Seriton at first base, Talia LaRosa at second, Megan Williams at third, Abby Bastian at shortstop, Maddie Rocha at left, Abby Jorgensen at centre, and Lara Temke at right. On the bench, we've got DP, Keria Trevorrow. On the bench, we have Chloe Zachary, Zoe Marich, Riley Zobel, Mia Oates-Willis, and Brianna Luxon.
And our umpires for tonight, we've got Acacia Van Marley on the plate, Ian Gray up at first and Damien McCauley at third. So they've just completed their warm-up pitches, and Regan Diaz is going to be the leader for Seacombe tonight. Let's see where this game goes. I expect a pretty close one, as you said, with that experience coming back with Abby and Maddie into the team in the outfield, very strong out there, and then they've got the likes of Megan Williams and Talia Rosa in the infield for the senior as well. So about to get underway, the first pitch of the evening from Claire Mohan-Ram to Regan Diaz. First pitch goes high for a ball. Good conditions down here, a little bit of a breeze blowing. It's coming off the right field line out towards left field, so going to be supporting the batters if they can get a decent hit of it tonight. Second pitch goes low for ball two.
Yeah, Hills have got a few under-18 state players that are in the under-18 squad that I'm coaching at the moment. And Claire has actually been lucky enough to be picked up by WA. So she's going to be heading over, representing WA against us, probably at one stage during the tournament. So we wish her all the best. But obviously Erin behind the plate at the moment is in the under-18 team. She's one of our leaders, and come just back from having her appendix out, so I think this is her first game back as well, so I wish her the best tonight.
And I think on the bench for the Hills you've also got Mia Oates-Willis. She's with you as well?
She is, and also Lara Temke out at right field is also, and Abby Bastian. There's a few.
There's a few.
There certainly is. There's a good young team out there.
just dropping to the left-hand side of the line. There was a very good bunt otherwise, and with her elite speed, she was up to first and would have made it, but just probably half a ball width outside that line.
You wouldn't mind them going just that far for you there behind the plate?
Oh, look, that would be very handy.
Didn't have to
Nice
go
and
too
close,
far.
yeah.
No, exactly. That was a good bunt. Just foul. Just needed to move a little bit.
Full count on the batter here, Regan Diaz now, the first at bat of the evening. Gets under the ball, digs it out, centre right. Great catch out there taken by Lara Tamke. Big dive across to her right-hand side in front of Abby Jorgensen, and a fantastic catch. We'll see this shortly come up on the replay. What do you take?
Both going flat out for the ball. Yeah, really good catch by Lara.
Just got really under it and dug it up nicely and put it up there. The wind held it and carried it that little bit more, and
nearly collided.
Yeah, that was a bit of a close call there.
Was.
the new batter up to the plate, Sasha Woods, has put the first one out to the dirt, out at left field for a foul ball for the first pitch. That was very lucky we didn't have a collision out there then in the outfield. Looking at that replay, they got pretty close.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's really important that they communicate with the ballers going like that, because it was right in the middle of them. Either could have taken it.
Well, that pitch took an eternity to get to the plate.
Yes, definitely change up there. Just sat a little bit high. The umpire didn't want to call it. Umpires have these things with change ups. I don't like them high. It's got to be low. It can't be anywhere else.
Ball goes up. Megan Williams comes in from third, takes the ball in foul territory for the second out of the innings.
Erin put her head up there. She had no idea where the ball was, so it was lucky Megan was on top of it.
First game back for a bit. She's probably just testing herself out behind the plate there.
No, good catch there by Megan.
Up to bat now is Brianne Lint, and she sees the first one across for a strike. Brianne, one of the international players also in this Seacombe lineup tonight, back for her second season. Ball going high and outside. Do you see many differences between the way we catch over here and the way these internationals come over and catch? Is there anything they find different to you or you find different to them?
I think a lot of the international catchers have very good arms, but otherwise I like to think that we think very similarly. So, yeah.
I know, can't forget her name at the moment, I've forgotten it. The person who came in was the catcher last year for the Hills. They were saying that the issuing around framing, it's a little bit different over here for the umpires compared to back in America.
Oh, there you go.
Ball hit out to left field there. Lovely piece of the ball by Brianne. She's going to scoot herself up to first and hold herself there. First hit for the night and the first on base.
She definitely got all of that ball there. Nice ball up in the hole there, between third and short. And the
courtesy runner has come on. I don't know who that is because I don't have a number 5. Well, it might be Sasha Mutz maybe. Just come back out.
Yes.
And Becky Havis, the under-23, has arrived in the box for her first at turn tonight. Just a little bit high there for the first one.
Becky just played on the weekend for the South Australia and under-23s. The grand final. Really important person there at first base for South Australia.
Of course, played first base for South Australia there in the final, but tonight we see her over at third. So very versatile infielder as well. Good hitter of the ball. Has had a couple of good seasons at championship level. Ball hit high up in the air. three of them come on it, and a lovely catch in the end there by Abby Bastian, making her way out to shallow centre field for the third out. And what do you think of that first at-bat there, Sarah? They've got themselves through.
Yeah, I thought that was a really good start for the Hills. They were able to retire some pretty decent hitters from Seacombe. And yeah, make some good catches there as well. It's really good to see that they are going hard for these catches as well, and they've got each other's back. Just think they need to probably pick up the communication a little bit.
Just a little bit. We saw nearly the collision in the first one, and obviously in that case you probably also had Abby Jorgensen looking straight into the sun when she has eyes on the ball. So as we step into the bottom of the first innings, and Seacombe have taken the field, do you want to run around who we've got out in the field for Seacombe?
Absolutely. All right, we've got Regan Diaz pitching to Brianne Lint. We've got Araha at first, Georgia Tompkinson at second, Becky Harvis at third, Sasha Mutz at shortstop, Emily Erickson at left field, Lara Titmus at centre, and Bianca Pash at right.
Beautiful. And Kylie, a couple of internationals in this lineup, some of them having a crack. Is it their first go or very early on in their Premier League season for some of them?
Lara's played a fair bit at centre field in the last month or 2 months or so. Emily's been pitching in the B grade for me and doing an absolutely fantastic job, being on the bench a bit, but she's been last few weeks of playing left field. Okay. She's a real asset with the bat, so I'm glad that to see her out there on the field.
So 4 internationals. You got Lara Titmus, Emily Erickson, Regan Diaz and Brianne Litt.
Yes.
As your 4?
Yes.
But all very valuable for the kids and the youth you've got around the teams at all grades as well.
Absolutely. Brianne's come back for her second year. She's helping coaching our juniors, which has been fantastic. Regan's also helping coaching under 16s with Sarah Anderson, which has been fantastic. And Emily and Lara even coming out to training and helping the juniors as well, at club training as well. So all 4 have been absolutely fantastic for the club.
Abby Jorgensen makes her way up into the batter's box for the first batter for the Hills tonight, fresh off an under-23s performance. Let's see what she can do. Watches the first one for a strike. She came on for a runner a bit. Probably didn't play as much as others, but she did come on and she did some running at valuable times, so she got herself across the home plate a couple of times.
Doesn't matter what you're doing at state, as long as you're doing, you're out there part of it, whether it's on the bench or pitching. It's a fantastic environment to be in.
I think we found some of the teams just recently, the 23s, they were going full their full depth of 16 squad. They needed to get through the week.
Yeah.
And we saw some sore bodies towards the end of it. And, I've never played a national championship myself, but I could imagine how the body is feeling towards the back end of the carnival.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how much you train for beforehand. It's a very long week, but you need to be at your best by the end of it. So it's a very unique situation of having to play, sometimes up to three games a day.
We've just got a timeout called here. They need a bit of rake work done around the pitching mat, it looks like. Regan just asked for a bit of a sweep up. So we've got a little break while they go and find. I think they've got a cloth in the end to wipe it.
Looks like there's a little puddle of water in there.
It's got to be really careful with a pitching mat like that, because you're trusting that you're putting your foot down in a safe environment, that you're not going to do your ankle or anything like that. So good note for stopping and making sure that it is safe for her. You can tell there's lots of holes in there at the moment, lots of divots.
I suppose through that part she's also probably dragging a little bit, so or launching that front foot down.
Launching the front foot there, yeah, that's right.
Don't want that to slide too far.
Absolutely not.
We end up doing the splits on the pitcher's mat. Now, Sarah, Regan in our Open Stars team going away with you. How have the Stars been looking? A little bit different this year to last year?
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely a very different lineup. And it's really good to have some of the international players on board to bring, kind of their view and their energy to the game as well. I mean, I know they're all really keen for the tournament, so I'm really excited to see what this new team, can bring to the Gilly Shield.
Obviously been in and around it as well as winning it in recent times, so off to Canberra.
Yes. Yeah.
Don't know if we've got any people from Canberra following our live stream tonight. We normally get them from all over the country and around the world, but I'm sure someone can tell us if they're from there. And the first at-bat tonight for the Hills for Abby Jorgensen goes the way of a walk as she finds herself up at first, and the new batter up into the box is Abby Bastian.
Abby's going away with the under-16s to Melbourne the first week of January, and then coming and playing under-18s in Perth. So she's going to have a big January coming up.
Runner holds up at first, no movement there. First pitch comes through.
Definitely a player for the future at shortstop there. She's got an arm on her already, which is fantastic to see. She's only going to get better with experience.
Drops the bunt in. Regan picks the ball up. No play at second. Throw over to first. They get the out, but not before advancing. Abby Jorgensen over to second. First out of the innings, but runner on 2 for the Hills.
You just see Regan there just waiting for George to get to the base. Held off that throw. And a good throw there made. A good bunt by Abby there too, though.
It was a great bunt. Just did everything it had to do. It was only there to advance the runner, and if she got on, it was a bonus. Now, having a bit of a chat here, Reggie Fairley, the state under-16 coach, having a chat to Ian Gray, just around the movement of the footwork of the of Georgia Tompkinson there, yes. But Ian pretty certain he's made the right call and happy with it, so we're sticking with it. And Megan Williams comes up now to have a hit. Ball inside for the first pitch.
Reagan's got a lot of variety in her pitches. I know she's been working on the change-ups and her rise balls at the moment.
Yeah, definitely is warming up as the game's going. She's third batter now. She's starting to hit her zones. Swings at a high one there for strike 2. Swing and a miss for strike 3, first at bat. First strike out of the game there for Regan, and the second out of the innings.
Interesting, she went pitch, same pitch again as she did with the last one, which was interesting there. Same pitch and the same result.
Yeah, it's replica of the pitch prior. So up into the batter's box now, Laura Tamke in the batting in the 4 position tonight. Big, strong swing there, but just a little bit late on it and a little bit low the pitch.
Lara's one of our leaders again with the under-18 team. So she'll be looking as this is probably her last game she has before she goes away. She'll be looking to try and get a good hit here.
Just sits on that one and watches it go by for a ball, evens up the count.
Kept her hands back well on that one.
The first swing was quite powerful. Oh, takes one on the left elbow there and finds herself up at first.
I don't think that's the hit that she wanted.
No. Any way to get on base, but
yes.
Not the nicest way.
No, they hurt. She seems to be okay.
So runners 1 and 2 now, and up into the box, Maddie Rocha comes back to the lineup for the Hills tonight. First pitch is low. 2 out, runners on 1 and 2. Hills will be looking to make as much of this opportunity as they can early in the game. That one in the strike zone, evening up the count. Ball gets past Brianne Lint there. She did block it well, but it just kicked away to her left, and she had to make a little bit of ground. Runners both advancing through to second and third, so runners right around the bases now in 2 and 3. To count now 2 balls and 1 strike.
Oh.
Another ball, but very well trapped on that occasion.
It's very hard to block balls like that, isn't it? Like,
Absolutely, and the added pressure with the runner on 3.
Yes.
Definitely want to be stopping those ones. That's really good work by the catcher there.
we don't try and do it. It just goes there sometimes.
That's what they all say.
Full count now on the batter, Maddie Rocha. 2 out, runners 2 and 3, full count. Bottom of the first here for the Hills.
We're going to be wanting our best pitch here. Get out of this innings. Good pitch.
Swing and a miss. Second strikeout of the innings there for Regan Diaz. Ties the game away at 0-0 at the end of the first innings. A couple of runners on base there for the Hills, but unable to get them back across the home plate. What do we make of the first innings?
I think that was a really good by the Seacombe Tigers to be able to get out of that one. They had a couple runners on in scoring position, so I think they did well under the pressure there.
So as the Hills make their way back out to start the top of the second. Kylie, how are we looking at the 18s? Not far off hitting the airport and jumping on the plane, have a nice Christmas tucker and then head off?
Pretty much, yes. We've got 2 players that have just finished the 23s, Zoe Thompson and Tia, that have now come back into the team. We've got Abby Bastian and Tara and Ollie, who are going to be playing the 16s, so they'll get a week off in between playing the 18s. But everybody else, yeah, we're going to be still training over Christmas and New Year's, and we'll be getting ready to go mid-January.
How's it coming together? You've got a pretty superstar lineup of officials there.
Yeah, it's not too bad, is it? A very good company with Karen Dale and Linda Martin there, and with, you know, Jill Williams, Trudy and Kathy there. Yeah, pretty good. I think we will have a good time.
Well, here's the person you were talking about before, handy with the bat, Emily Erickson, into the box. First pitch was a strike. Ooh, second ball hits down inside of the leg, but inside the box.
She's a very strong girl. She can hit a ball. She also can pitch the ball very well as well. So I'm looking for her here to make sure she times the ball nicely and get herself on base here.
Looks quite tall and quite strong across the shoulders.
Yes.
and the upper torso there.
Yeah.
Hits the ball, gets under the left glove there of Megan Williams. Emily Erickson making her way across to second as the ball's got through the left fielder, Maddie Rocha. Now going round to third. The ball comes in. She's going to hold up at third. And that play there, an error out at left field there, just getting the extra 2 bases. We'll have to look at the replay for that, I'll be honest. I was watching the runner going and didn't see where the ball ended up, but as we see here on the C-Max replay.
Oh.
She looks like it took a little bit of a nasty hop just before it got to her and took the right leg instead and made its way out to the fence. So might have been a bit unlucky out there, Maddie, but...
Yeah, definitely a bit of pace on that one. Don't think Megan was going to get to that one. But as outfielders, we should really be making sure that we're getting right behind that one, dropping that knee to keep that one to a single.
Well said. Exactly right.
Very well said. Nicely said, any outfielders.
Well, you know, the
perspective.
result is now we've got a runner at 3 with Seacombe now in scoring position with none out. So, yeah, where it could have been a single.
Yep.
And we could have played a whole different situation here. So
Exactly.
it's amazing how one play can change the game. Seacombe now need to take the opportunity here, and we need Araha to get a shot and score Emily, and the game then 1-0, which was different to have been a single. So
Reggie's just been out and had a chat to her infield team, no doubt just trying to ease their minds and remind them that just focus on the outs, get the outs and play the easiest play. Boss trying to hold the runner at third. So Araha Munro having her first turn at bat tonight. First one goes through for a strike. Okay, she had a good look there, but must have just missed the left-hand side.
Looked like it might have been just inside. You see the infielder over here inside the diamond waiting for a ground ball to them to hold the runner at 3.
Ball goes towards shortstop, held there by Bastion, over to first, runner held at third. They've done it nicely there. The Hills got away with the out and holding the runner at third, which would have been the aim there.
Don't think there'd be too many that have gone on Abby's arm there. She's got a really good strong throw. She's gone and attacked the ball, which is the right thing to do. Held the runner, fired it across to 1 to get the out.
Up to bat now, Bianca Pash. Bianca part of your team as well, Kylie?
She certainly is.
The 18s, I mean, by that team.
Yes. Also helps me out in the B grade as well.
Ball hit out to centre left, gets through the gap nicely all the way out to the fence. Pash rounds 1, she's going to 2. She's going to hold up there, but scores the run. Emily Erickson getting in. A lovely hit there by Bianca Pash, got really onto it early, punched it out hard to the fence, gets a 2-base hit and scores an RBI.
Beautiful piece of the ball there from Bianca, because she got all of it then, didn't she? Threw the bat away.
Yeah,
right
perfectly placed, yep. Very, very good hit. Should be happy with that one leading into nationals.
Yes, right near the Dental for Schools sign there. Proud sponsor of Seacombe.
Up to bat now, fellow international Lara Titmus arrives in the left-hand box. First pitch just outside a little.
Another international here, Lara, left from Sweden. I've seen her put down the most beautiful bunts, and I've also seen her hit the ball down the line for a home run, so she can do both. You never know which one she's going to do.
Only the one out here with a runner on 2. Scoring is in their favour at the moment. Seacombe with the 1-0 lead as a result of Erickson crossing the plate. Ball goes down the guts, runner takes off. Just beats the throw. That was a bit of a backhand tag there from Abby Bastion. But a very speedy little crossover there by Bianca Pash, as we see on the C-Max replay.
Good slide. Got a foot in there, right in the hole there. Bianca.
It was a good take by Abby as well to make sure that run wasn't going to score.
Yeah, really important take there, as you said. She sort of took it behind her as well. As you see there awkward on the replay, it was had a person coming in at her and had a ball coming at her, and she just had to stop it. Swing and a miss for strike 3 there. That puts the second out of the innings as Lara Titmus makes her way back to the bench. The first strikeout for the night for Claire Mohan-Ram.
Very important out there. That was a really nice pitch from Claire.
And now puts the pressure back on the batter, Georgia Tompkinson, to make the most of the runner they have sitting up at third with the 2 out.
George is also part of the under-18 team.
I reckon it might be easy to say those that aren't.
Exactly. Just a few out here tonight.
Well, that first pitch, I think she saw a couple of years flash past their eyes as well, so she might have just gone to the 23s with that. Second ball. And officials-wise, so we've obviously got tonight Reggie Fairley's out there. She's coach of the 16 women's. You got out there Bill Benedictson, one of the assistant coaches of the men's team as well. So plenty of experience on the diamond tonight. That's good watching for the third ball. And she sees her first strike now.
Interesting call there by Erin. Did you see the signal she gave her? The it's okay signal?
I liked that from her.
Yeah.
Calm her pitcher down. We really need a strike here.
I haven't seen that one.
Yeah.
That's a new
start
one.
using that.
Yeah. Just don't tell your pitchers what it is and just give it and see what they go. Give you a look or not. Like, what? What do you want?
Yeah, that might confuse some of them, actually.
4 balls there sees Georgia find her way up to first with the 1-3 split, 2 out. And an
Ooh.
intentional walk to
Wow.
Regan Diaz there.
It's a huge mark of respect.
Not a bad move, though.
Yes.
Loaded up the bases with 2 out. And up to bat, Sasha Mutz, who her first time at bat put one up towards the third base coach, and Megan Williams made her way over to catch it. Punches the ball down the right side. It's going to go foul, though, so we'll all return back, reset.
I think Reagan was about to pass George then from that second base.
Took off very quickly, didn't she?
I think George better get her motor on with the ball's in.
It's like she was doing the batting relay and she was about to hand over. Another one punched up, but it's going over the fence line for strike 2.
Sasha just needs to tighten those wrists up, that bottom wrist, top wrist a bit more on the swing there, just dropping it, making that ball fly off foul there. Strong wrist will see her hit the ball back up the middle.
Hits the ball there, straight to Abby Bastion. She picks it up, throws over to first, jumps up, comes down just in time for the 3rd out of the innings, retiring them away. Good out there by Hills to only have the 1 run scored.
Yes, lucky to get out of there with just 1 run. A very good hit from Emily and Bianca in that innings.
Yeah, a couple of really solid plays from Abby there as well. Nice and consistent at shortstop.
Yeah, she's had 3 outs already this game. She's had the fly in the first and then those 2 in that inning, so doing what she can for her team in the defensive lineup, which is very important when you've got a team of hitters up against you, as we often say when stirred of batting. So we're going to swing around now to the bottom of the second with Seacombe on the 1-zip lead at this stage. Of course, this broadcast brought to you by CMAX. If you want to help advance tomorrow's healthcare and get paid for your time, log into cmax.com.au and you'll find all the information out there. We thank them for their sponsorship through the season. And as we're going to start the bottom of the second, Talia LaRosa, a in and out player for the Hills this season, has played a couple of Wednesday night games, finds herself down here tonight. I reckon one of the other games she may have played was against Seacombe earlier in the year as well. So, of course, the Hills team looking a little bit different today. That on that occasion they had Grace Rickson pitching for them and dobbed a home run at her first hit. So, first pitch goes down the middle for a strike 1.
Talia's got lots of experience. I remember back in the days when she played for under Anthony and at West Torrens. It's great to see her still playing.
Still state representing as well. Went away earlier this year with the over 35s, and my understanding is looking to do it again next year. So still has the heart in the game, which is the main thing.
You never lose it. I had 17 years in between mine, and you don't lose it. But, you know, it's so good coming back. And I wish more players that played even back in my day would come back again, because it's, you know, it's a great sport. It's a great family. You always feel welcomed.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things we touched with Taylor Chillingworth last year when she was on the mic, was we asked her, you know, what does she see, what was her reasoning for joining softball, and what has she found about the sport, and she said that it's just one big family.
Yep.
Super big family, that there's so many different people you meet from different avenues of life and you all get along. Talia fouls that one off to keep herself alive in the box.
Especially, you know, this year we've had a few few, you know, with Lee and Tracy passing on, it's very, very much felt like the family's been hit with their passing, but we've been able to stick together and get through it. So it's been a hard year in that way, but we're all here. We're all still enjoying it, which is great to see.
Yeah, starting to see some good crowds come out here again as well, which is obviously as a result of those connections and those occurrences that have happened this year that have brought the family back a bit tighter. We saw a good crowd out on Saturday night at the late game for SA and Vic in the 23s, which was good. Punch ball there by Talia's going to go out to the right field, down the throat of Bianca Pash, who takes it comfortably. Just a little throw of the hands at the bat, and it just sailed up nicely for the right fielder there.
Just sort of punched the ball then, didn't she? She didn't have a full swing at it. Just tried to place it, but Bianca was there, ready to go. Imagine if she had a full swing at it. I think it would have gone over her head.
Shut it a bit there.
Yeah.
Up to bat now, the returning catcher, Erin Adams-McDonald, dancing in the box there with the first pitch. Of course, doing a bit of Dancing with the Stars there. The other day she was doing a bit of singing the national anthem for the 23s. Rolled out in a lovely pink dress and sang her heart out, which was fantastic for everyone at the ground to see.
She was so nervous beforehand, but she did a wonderful job.
She was. She'd come fresh off training as well.
She did.
Walked off with some softball training through the pink dress on. I told her just to put it over the top of the training attire, but she said that she'd probably best do the full kit properly. Gets the ball under the ball, hits it out, and we're going to see a replica, I think, here, as that ball goes straight down Bianca Pash's throat. Well, the second out just dug under it and put it up in the air, and it just held up nicely.
Erin will be pretty happy with that. She did make good contact with it. First turn at bat.
So 2 out now for the Hills, and we're getting down in their lineup now. We're going to Catalina Sterian, the first base player. High for the first pitch. Second pitch, hard swing for strike one. And of course, for all those that were down here during the under-23s, there's a massive bank of volunteers. We've got to thank Lee Saunders running around, Drew Weaver, all the work he did on the Diamonds to get them back to playable condition. Obviously, we had Anthony in the bar with Ryan in the bar as well. There's a high pitch there with a swing at it for strike two. And then, of course, Hayley Benithan, the Australian player herself, rolling around the Diamonds here and helping out in every way, shape or form, be it on a gate. She was raking diamonds, she was moving bins, working the bar. There's not really anything she didn't do during the week.
She called for the pitches, warming up.
Yeah, she was the bullpen catcher.
Yeah.
There's the ball there, just a little punch back to Regan, but too quick for the throw there across for the third out of the innings. Completes that with the scores at 1 Seacombe and 0 to the Hills, as we see here on the replay.
I'm not sure what you could call that a swing, but she just made sure she made contact.
Yeah, I think caught her a bit on off pace there. I think that was a really good innings from Seacombe. Hopefully they can use that momentum going into this thing lineup now.
Yeah, 3 up, 3 down. It's always a nice innings when that's the case.
Absolutely. The vibes are high after that.
Now just checking out what's going on here. We got Reggie having a chat to Acacia over at the scorers table, so there must be maybe some movement happening. Infield looks the same to me, so we'll find out what it is.
Anthony's actually over in Kangaroo Island at the moment, just looking after his dad, and he's just messaged me the score for the Diamonds over in Diamond 2. So we've gone from West Beach to Kangaroo Island back to West Beach. Diamond 2 is the bottom of the third, and West Torrens are 6 runs, Walkerville off 4. West Torrens started just right, it gave up 4 runs. He's just still messaging me.
Come on, Anthony.
Absolutely loves
come on,
it, Anthony.
quicker, type quicker.
So coming back across the golfers or across the board as we speak.
And Steph Trzynski is pitching.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
First one for the season.
Yes, welcome back, Steph.
Prepping for the Opens, I'd imagine.
She's not playing Opens.
She's not playing,
no.
okay.
No, she's having a year off this year.
Just prepping for a big back end of the season for West Orange. Up to bat here, Brianne Lint, the number 3 batter for Seacombe. Ball down in the dirt for ball 2.
Nice take from Erin there.
It's a good little flick pick up. Now, I didn't get what those changes were, but looking around, I reckon still looks like a fairly similar field. So there were some number changes, but I don't know what they were. Ball goes down the middle for strike 1. Early on that one, and fouls it off towards the light tower.
Yeah, just need to keep her hands back on a bit longer on that one. Try and punch the ball back up the middle.
Count goes to 2 and 2. Good watching there to make it go full count now. This time takes on the light tower again for another foul. Hit to the Tonkin side of the diamond.
Absolutely.
There isn't another side out there, I don't think, is there?
No, it doesn't exist for me. Left side only.
That ball there gets down between the third and shortstop, and Brianne Lint finds herself up at first. Talia Rosso holds the ball at second, and that one I think might have jarred the hand a little bit by the look of the shaking that's going on up at first.
Yeah, very nicely placed ball and a really good lead-off at bat. And great effort there by Abby.
It just, we see on the replay, she got it nicely in front of her and just pulled it through, and huge effort by the diving Abby. Bashed in there, up to bat now, Becky Harris. Bunt was the play, but the runner stays at 1.
That's nothing unusual for Abby. Even at practice, she's diving like that. You'd just be hitting a ball out and she'd be going full paw just like that. So that's nothing unusual for her.
Hits it lovely out to left field, over the head of Maddie Rocha. The runner now, Brianne Lint, rounds 2. She comes round 3 now. Heading for home, and the runner, Becky Harris, holds herself up at second as the ball rolls into third there. That's another run to Seacombe, and a lovely piece of the bat there by Becky Harris.
Yeah, great piece by Becky, and I think we've seen our change out at left field there, because I do not think that is Maddie Rocha out there now.
No, it looks
up there.
Looks a little short.
We got 28.
So that's Chloe Zachary.
Sorry. All right, and also Zoe Marich is now at centre field as well.
Right.
Yes, and Chloe's out at left field, that's right. There we go. So Zoe and Chloe have come into the game.
So that ball there, just nice piece of it, just curled perfectly. Although there was a little jump from Chloe, she wasn't able to get to that one.
It looks like a pitching change as well for the Hills Heat.
So Talia LaRosa coming in from second, and Claire Mohan-Ram looks like she's moving herself across to second.
It's really important when you're pitching, especially when you're trying to, going for a game for 7 innings, that you've got to have variety, because once the batter's seen you once, they usually have their eye in, so you've got to have something else in your repertoire to be able to change it up and give them something different that they haven't seen. So I think Seacombe there was seeing the ball quite nicely, as we're saying, hit the ball to left field quite consistently there, so probably a good time to have a change. Bring Talia on. She's got some different types of pitches than Claire has, so probably the right move at the moment.
Talia's still out rolling her arm over, I believe, out at Centrals most weekends, so...
Said you never lose it. It's always there. It's just whether you want to keep putting it out all the time. But no, good on her for still pitching.
So up to bat again now, Emily Erickson. Last time we saw the ball head out to left field as well when she was at bat last time, then got herself around to third after Maddie got a nasty bounce out there, but let's see what she can do this time with the runner on two. First pitch is a strike.
Well wide.
Yeah, nice take by Erin there.
Got through a little bit early on that one there. Goes to 2 strikes.
I think that was a swing for herself. And now it'll be a swing for the team. I love that she gives it all. Like, it's all or nothing.
Ball in the dirt, well trapped again by Erin there. Evens up the count. Seeing a few red helmets flying around tonight. I'm assuming they're the state players belting around the diamond with their flashy helmets on now. Swings at a high one, and that I thought would be strike 3, but it's only strike 2.
Not gonna lie, I thought the same.
Yeah, no, I think you'll find she's out, I reckon.
Yep, there we go. Just clarifying.
Strike 3 there. We'll get back to it.
Yeah, I think it was a called strike the first pitch, and then the 2 that she swung at. So yeah, that does equal 3.
Yeah. Thought I was going a bit silly there, but that's all right. Araha Munro now makes her way up. Hits the ball back. Talia LaRosa fields it. Waits for Catalina Sterian to get herself on base for the second out. Advances the runner Becky Havas across to third, but with 2 out, Bianca Pash now has to get this runner home.
Well, if she can hit like she did the last time at bat, she will. But as I said, Talia's a different pitcher to Claire, so she will need to get rid of a side of the first one. Gauge the pace.
Ooh, first pitch inside. Might have been a little close for comfort. Choked up, but it's going to roll foul.
pitch there from Talia on the hands.
Good pitch. Good again there by Erin. She was up and off quick from behind the plate. She probably would have been nearly level with the runner. Swing and a miss there. Good strong swing, but brings about the second strike. You're right, a different pitch, probably a little bit more speed, I'd imagine, here.
Yeah, I think does look like a little bit more speed. Personally, something I would prefer hitting rather than the slower stuff.
Another one across the inside there. Two balls and two strikes. Good watching there as that one dropped a little bit low. Brings out full count.
Good turnabout here from Bianca, making her work.
Two out. Becky Havas will be going on anything here at full count. Swing and a miss for strike three. Finishes the innings off with two K2s there.
Yeah, I think Talia did really well to come in there and hold that runner at 3.
Yeah, it was good after the first two at bats. Picked up a single. Brienne, obviously, the nice hit out between shortstop and third. Then Becky of the big hit up over the left fielder's head. To only really score the one is probably a good comeback there from the Hills.
Absolutely. I think it could have been a lot more hadn't Reggie made that move.
So as we go into the bottom of the third, Seacombe with a 2-0 lead. Sitting at about the 50-minute mark. We started on time. So still plenty of time left in the game. Of course, for those who didn't get down and see or weren't able to catch up with any of the plays of the 23s for the week, the South Australian team did the state proud, coming back from a zip and 4 start to pull themselves back to the final. I think they just had the Queensland team just had the benefit of not playing in that morning on the last day, coming in a bit fresher, and the South Aussie team had obviously a fairly hard fight the night before or day before against WA, and then again on grand final day in the morning against New South. So
have to give a big shout out to Millie though. What a performance to come back from being overseas and basically thrown on the plate straight away.
Yeah, a lot of innings under her belt for sure.
She did an amazing job.
Well, we talk about that, Kira Trevorrow, who's up as the DP, first turn at bat tonight. Yeah, I think there were some issues with their plane as well. There were some delays with their planes or something, so she was here later than she'd expected and still stepped up and pitched amazingly well.
And you can't count the rest of the team, like they did an amazing job backing her up as well, but to be able to come on and pitch as many games as she did at the level that she did was a very, very, very good effort.
And I think probably summing up the week, the early part of the week was just some errors. They just were making errors when they didn't need to be, or they shouldn't have been, and that was costing runs and not getting the outs when they needed them, and as a result, runs were scoring that they couldn't peel back. The pitchers did a great effort all week.
Yeah, I think it was really awesome how they were able to bring themselves out of that as well, because that can be really tough when you don't have a very good start to a tournament. So yeah, I think the girls did really, really well to come together, and we saw some amazing games of softball, and yeah, they really did fight hard until the end.
And I think the thing about that 23 is really any of the top 5 could have won that tournament. Yeah. Like WA got put out, but they played some pretty good softball against Queensland, New South Wales and SA and Vic as well. So
Vic was having a great start to it at the start there, didn't they, as well?
They did, the move in onto the Scun Diamonds probably is what beat them in the end, but the top 5 teams were really, really close, so it was a really good championship. You didn't really the start of the 5th day, you still had no idea who it was going to be walking away as the champion. And of course, that's how we hope all our national championships are, nice and close. There's no teams getting blown away and, anything like that. I mean, even ACT They beat South Australia the first time. They put it to New South Wales on the second last day. Strike 3 dropped though. Brienne picks the ball up, throws it up to first. And that'll be the first out of the innings.
It just shows you that you can never give up, because you don't know what's going to happen. Other games, other results obviously helped, and you know, as you said, they got themselves out of it, which was great to see. And I watched that New South game in the morning, and the pressure that was on to come back and score those runs, they did a fantastic job.
Back to the top of our lineup, but the first time we're seeing her tonight, Zoe Marich steps up for the first pitch strike. What was interesting in that New South Wales game was what got them out of the trouble they were in at the end there to get them back across the line was just real long turns at bat. They were really disciplined in the box. They were watching the balls. They were holding their bats back on ones that were not there, and they weren't just swinging wildly trying to get hits. They were really patient and really disciplined, which...
It's very rare to see New South Wales walking two runs over the plate. Very unusual. So,
of course, no doubt they were probably feeling the fatigue as well, given they'd just walked off a 10 innings match the night before against Queensland.
Yeah. Yep.
I think we got out of here around 11 o'clock, and they had to be back for the 10 o'clock game the next day. James Harris, our State Operations Manager and tournament convener for that event, was sitting on the gator waiting to come and rake the diamonds for about an hour and a half as that game just seemed to keep going. He ended up with a nice little nana rug over and keep him warm. Swing and a miss there as it goes up a bit high. Zoe can't get it away, and that's the second, the first strikeout, I guess you could call, of this innings. First one was a drop third. Abby Bastian returns to the plate. Her first at bat was a sacrifice bunt to advance Abby Jorgensen. This time she'll have a free swing. Gets a nice hit. It goes out to centre field. Centre field moved beautifully to her right, Lara Titmus. And out in the shadows of the fence, takes the catch for the third out of the innings to complete the third innings, with Seacombe leading the way to Hills 0.
Yeah, another good defensive innings from Seacombe. I'm sure, again, they'll be wanting to use that momentum to keep chipping away at this game and hopefully get another run on the board.
Yeah, I think Reagan's found her zone now. She's quite comfortable putting the ball where she wants it. Nice piece from Abby there.
Yeah, it looks like a new bat as well. Looks nice. Not many hits in that, I don't think. We're looking to get a safe one next time.
Oh, I'm sure she's saving it for Nationals.
Looks like there may be another change occurring. So Claire Mohan-Ram has come out, and Brienne Luxon has moved into second base. Brienne, I reckon one of our under-16 state team people, I'm pretty certain. Plays up in the hills. She's got some pretty good speed about her as well. So another good young talent on the rise. We're seeing plenty of it out here tonight, which is great for the future of the sport here in SA.
Absolutely it is, you know, and they're going to keep chipping away at it. You know, it might not happen this season for them, but watch out in a few more. They're going to be very, very strong.
Fouls it off over the left field fence there. And I think it was the other week I was doing a game with the Sturt game, and I reckon there was 5 schoolgirls out on the diamond, or very young kids out on the diamond. They were fairly young, playing around. And so plenty of youth coming through in your club as well, Sarah?
Yeah, absolutely. We've had a few of the girls float through the lineup this season. A couple of them looking to be cementing their spots leading into the second half, which is really, really good to see. They've brought a lot to the team, and I think they've really shown good attitudes as well as good skills. So that is, just as important.
And you've had a pretty good rotation through your pitches as well. You've had some handy pitches there.
Absolutely. It's been really, really good to have Zali back in the mix. But we will unfortunately lose Ruby in the new year to college. So awesome for her. It's sad for us, but I'm sure we'll be okay without her.
You got a couple of others there that throw handy, and it must be nice to be able to sit behind the plate to those pitches coming in. They don't throw too many too wild for you.
No, they're pretty consistent, which is great. And yeah, Ollie in the mix as well. Another young one coming up. She has done amazing so far this season.
Good watch there to even the count at 2 apiece. Lara Titmus here in the box. Her first at bat was a strikeout in the second innings. And a strikeout looking there for Lara Titmus for the first out of the 4th innings. That's a good start to Talia. She's had 4 batters that she's faced there, and she's had 3 of them struck out. So handy start for Talia here.
Yep, she's on a bit of a roll here. Seacombe will be looking to break that apart now.
Georgia Tompkinson comes up. Her first at bat was a walk. Now, Sarah, I don't know if you're aware of this, but, you know, usually there's a player of the match that gets sort of awarded, and usually it goes to the newest member in the commentary lineup.
Oh, now the pressure's on.
I should have told you that at the start of the game.
That's all right.
I missed that in my pre-match briefing. I'm sorry.
All right, the pressure is on now. Have to really do some thinking now.
It's hard, I can tell you.
I know I assistant coach one of our Sturt B grade teams, and yes, Dean and I always working out who our votes are going to, and it's always very challenging.
My advice is you'll never please everyone.
No, so don't bother trying.
Good swing there, but unfortunately missed it for strike 2.
Yeah, 2 good swings she's had now. She just needs to make sure that she's watching that ball hit that bat. Get the timing right.
Good sit on that one as it went up a bit high. And of course, anyone watching the live stream will touch base at the end of the completion of this innings with the live stream and see where you're all watching from tonight. Let us know what you think of Sarah's performance so far. If you've got any feedback for her, pop it in there. We'll get it back to her.
And I'll consider taking it on board.
Bear in mind, she may be in the box again one day and having to pick best player. And if you're in that game, she'll take polite feedback. Ball just chopped out into the ground. Erin gets up, but foul ball. It's a good at bat this. She's stuck around, 6 pitches in now. And a low one, a good watch, gets herself up to first with the second walk of the night. And that's very, very handy given that we're back to the top of the lineup for Seacombe with only 1 out.
I don't think they're going to be intentionally walking her this time. They're going to have to face her.
Ball goes high. Her first at bat, obviously, if you recall, was the fly out to right field where we nearly had 2 people going head to head, colliding. And I know the concussion subs in the national championships, but we probably would have seen it then too if they collided. They were running full pelt at each other. Swinging at a very high one there. Goes for the pick off but gets back. Just in time there, Georgia Tompkinson. Regan chasing a high one on that occasion, but plenty of oomph in the swing.
I wonder if that might have been a hit and run, actually. I think George should have gone that one.
She ran a fair way down the line.
She did, and Reagan normally doesn't hit a ball up that high, so...
No, she's quite disciplined in the box.
Yes.
Ooh, nice pick up by Erin.
Erin watching Georgia at first base there, doing a reasonable lead-off. Catalina Sterian fielding nice and close to first base. Ball down to left field. Megan Williams gets it, throws over to second, gets the force out. Georgia Tompkinson out. Regan Diaz, though, makes her way to first and now looks to go for second, but I don't know what was going on there because she nearly ran straight into Georgia Tompkinson, who was coming off. She was trying to pinch second, if we see here on the CMAX replay.
I'm not surprised. Regan likes to doing these things.
Yeah, very
what are you
cheeky.
doing? She must keep you on your toes.
That was a great grab by Megan as well
Yes.
at third, and especially to still make the play and get the lead runner there.
Gone over there. The throw gets there a little bit too late. In fact, actually digs in and probably hits Regan on the leg, which slowed it up. But Regan Diaz makes her way to second. She's very quick.
Yep, puts herself into a good position to score here.
So Sasha Mutz in the box now and just fouls that one off. 2 out. Regan Diaz with plenty of speed over at second base waiting.
Looked a nice height that one.
Yeah,
didn't
just
it?
missed, I reckon. Pretty close.
2 balls, 1 strike, the count. Erin being polite, not asking questions in there. Ball coming up high, it goes over our heads for a 2-2 count. Interestingly there though, Regan was round third just about already herself. She was moving. Swing and a miss there for strike 3. That's the second strike out of the innings, the 4th for Talia tonight. Sees them a bit side away and no further advance of the 2-0 lead that they have.
Yeah, I think they would like to have been able to score Regan on that innings just to get another run up, but not to be. So they now need to go out there and hold them.
As you see there on the screen, Becky Havis doing star jumps to keep warm. Clearly recovered from the 23s quickly.
Just saying who's online at the moment watching. Mark Armstrong, great to see you there, Mark, watching South Australian softball from Sydney. Danny Moffat's watching. Hi, Danny, how you going? Anne Tompkinson, Belinda White, they were also there. Sue Thompson's made a comment here about our head umpire tonight. I hope I say her name correctly. Acacia.
Acacia Van Marley.
It's probably her second or third time she's played it. Second time. She's doing a very good job tonight. And as Sue said, great to see some young umpires coming through.
Here's a fun fact. Acacia, for those that didn't know, was a clown in this year's Christmas pageant.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Rode a push bike down along Wakefield Street in front of me and I had to take a double take and then saw her here plating later that day.
There you go.
Without the makeup.
Girl of many talents.
Yeah.
No, she's doing a great job tonight.
No feedback from the Sturt captain there for Sarah, is there?
Sorry, mate?
No feedback from Belle White to Sarah?
Not
about
yet,
her performance
no.
So far? Not
Come on,
yet?
Belle.
Okay. Megan Williams in the box, fouls that off for strike 2. Hills really need to start the comeback here. It's not a big number to catch back, but this is the second time round seeing this pitcher now, so they should start to be putting bat on ball and hopefully getting themselves on base if they're going to be turning this around or at least closing the gap in this innings. Where hour and 10 minutes, so probably only 1 or 2 turns left.
Definitely the time to do it. Nice pitch.
Reagan's got them going well tonight, the high ball like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's got a few successfully swinging.
She's got them all chasing it.
Yes.
Reagan
be doing much pitching in your open team this year?
I believe so, yeah. I think she'll be a really good addition to the mix, the rest of the pitches. That's a really nice off-pace there from her.
That's the first out of the innings there as Megan Williams sees herself back for her second K2 of the evening. Lara Tamke now will be walking up for her turn at bat.
You don't even need to have her in the pitching plate, really. You can put her anywhere on the field.
Yep.
Running in the outfield, I can see her running out there quite easily, getting the balls.
For
you
sure,
just need her in the batting box.
Yeah,
especially running to the bases.
Yes, I do remember her first at bat against us, and she did put it over the fence. So, welcome to the competition.
Yes,
it's really nice of you to let her in and make her feel welcome at her first at bat. I'm sure you changed it after that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, we'll just say that we will let her have that one.
Of course, it's going to be a bit different for the, you're saying there's a number of internationals in our lineup this year, so it's going to be slightly different. Look, South Australia going away with the Opens, but of course all of our internationals are going to be seen through our live stream, so we kind of do ourselves in a little bit there, but...
That's a very good point. Yes, if the teams, as I'm sure they are, smart enough, will be taking notes on who is coming.
But in saying that, it's different when they're on the diamond in front of you.
For sure. Absolutely, and tournaments do change things. We do see players kind of step it up that next level, and unfortunately sometimes the pressure does also get to some. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to the Gillies next year.
It's weird saying next year, isn't it?
I know.
It's not right.
Very strange.
Foul ball there from Lara. How many times would this be for you now, pulling on the state uniform?
Ooh, that's a very good question. I know I got 10 years, maybe 2 or 3 years ago. So maybe roughly 12 or 13 times. That's a bit of a guess, though. I'm not 100% sure.
And you came through all the junior programs that we have here, did you?
Yeah, I started off in under 17s. There wasn't really much of, like the Dragons or anything going on when I was going through that age group. But yeah, started out in Sapsaza State and yeah, moved on to under 17s, through the 19s and yeah, now into Opens.
13 years, and how many did you rack up, Kylie, in your playing era?
It's over 10 as well.
Nice.
Yeah, coached a few as well now. Just a quick update from the other diamond. West Torrens have run out the winners, 9 runs to 4 in 5 innings. Steph coming on, gave up only 1 hit, 7 strikeouts, with 75% of the pitches being strikes. So she just slotted quite nicely, don't you think? Told you never lose it.
No, I think she has still been doing some training as well, so she's still been keeping up with her skills, and yeah, she's very talented as it is, so
Absolutely.
I don't think she probably needs much.
Nope.
Chloe Zackley here, her first turn at bat tonight at 1 and 2 and 2 and 2 now. It must be nice to come back and pitch your first game and roll down 75% strikes, and
It'll be a pretty good feeling, I'm sure.
fouling it off there to stay live.
I think Reagan's actually picked up the bit of the pace at the moment. She's obviously feeling quite confident in her pitching, so she's obviously lifted up the tempo a bit.
It's quite short. She's not the tall, strong pitching type that you see. She's quite short in there. A bit like Claire Mohan-Ram for the Hills as well. Just small statured, but geez, she's got some power behind her.
We all come in different shapes and sizes. It's what we deal with that matters.
It's only the catches that are going to be small, is that right?
No, I've seen some tall ones.
Hey, I think being small is pretty good.
Yep.
The umpires get to see a lot more. That doesn't always help sometimes, though.
So considerate for the umpires. That's worthy of 3 or 4 extra strikes next game, I'm sure.
Oh, it has to be.
Strike 3, and that's the 3rd strikeout of the innings. A clean sweep there. Didn't need any of her fielders at all around her on that occasion, Regan, and cleans up the 4th innings to still lead 2-0 Seacombe's way. Well, Hills are going to have to hold them here. They can't afford to let Seacombe get any more runs on the board, and then they're going to have to come and have a very strong at-bat, because it will probably be their last one, and it will probably be close to the end of the game then. So 2-0. They've held them well. They've, only allowed 1 run in innings, which has been good, but it's been that sort of middle of the lineup there. Brianne Lint, Becky Havis. Brianne with 2 hits, Becky Havis with a double, Emily Erickson with a single and then an extra 2 on the arrow, Bianca Pash with a double. So the hits have been worthwhile, and looking at them, they've all gone out to left field.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and strong hits too. But Talia has done a great job in stopping them. She's pitched, 4 strikeouts?
Yeah, she came on and struck the first one out. She struck another one out, so she struck 2 out in that innings and then another 2 in the last innings. So she'll be looking to hold them definitely here, but we're coming back into that part of the lineup that's been hitting them well tonight. So Brianne Lint is going to lead us off. So you tell us you're doing a bit of assistant coaching at the moment, Sarah?
Yeah, for our B Navy team. Yeah, which has been really good so far this season. It's actually the first time I've coached in, I don't know, probably maybe 4 or 5 seasons. So it's been a hot minute. But yeah, there's a really good group of girls in that team. So yeah, it's been great to step back into that role. I think we're also undefeated.
Oh, right.
Just had to slot that one in.
Yeah, I thought, why not?
It's actually a good competition, to be honest. The B grade, it's been, we've run only a couple of games, but we've been in every one of them so far. Yeah. So, yeah, it's a good competition.
Ooh.
Big hit there for Brianne Lint. Goes out over centre field and it goes out 2-3 bounces, rolls into the fence. Brianne rounds 2. The throw comes into the fielders at the cut and she holds herself up at 3rd with a lovely piece of the ball there from Brianne Lint, her 3rd hit for the evening.
Another great shot. She got all of that. The ball just kept going and going and going. She'd be very happy with that hit.
As you see here on the C-Max replay, it went up, and just kept going. And out in the outfield there, Zoe Marich met with Lara Tamke, who threw it into the cut.
Yeah, really good backup by the trailer there as well. That is a super important one when we're doing those relays, making sure that if it does miss that first cut, we've got someone in to pick that up after.
Now we're seeing a change happening here. So Brianne Luxon's going out to centre field.
Yeah.
Zoe's going to come in to pitch, and Talia, I reckon, might be going back to second.
Yeah.
So we'll have a few pitches to warm up here for Zoe Marich, who's just had a run out to the fence, and now she had to run in and get the face mask, and
that was a
catch
warm
her
up.
breath. Yeah. Yep, Hills Heat really utilising all of their pitches tonight.
They've got plenty. They've still got Riley Zobel up their sleeve as well if they have to go to another pitcher. So they've got plenty of options around, which is good. And they've got also plenty of young kids that can field in multiple positions, which helps the moving around, with Brie Luxon going from second out to the centre field.
I know Zoe's been picked in the under-16 state team, so she'll be going to Melbourne next week after, representing South Australia. So we wish her all the best. I'm here, like I'm a softball most days, and Zoe's always in the ITF having a hit, having a throw, having a pitch. She's a very dedicated player.
Yeah, pitching's definitely improved from, as we see that one go in the ground.
You spoke too soon there.
I'll stop now. No, her pitching has definitely improved. Obviously, she pitched a lot last year up in the hills for Harndorf. She did a little bit for the hills, I think, last year as well. and not in the Premier League, but obviously in the B grade and the under-18 comps and that sort of stuff. But she's had her chances here, and it's been a tough first season for her up at Premier League, but she's done quite admirably given her experience in the league and what she's facing as well.
This is only going to help her. Like, if she's going to be facing these type of batters, if she can work through it and start getting some success, it's only going to help her and make her a better pitcher. So
Confidence goes a long way in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Good start with a strike.
As I said, she's improved her pitching. And just a reminder to everyone that nominations are about to close for the Senior State Championship, so if you're still wanting to be involved, make sure you send your email through to the Adelaide Comp at softballsa.com.au ASAP. They'll find you a team if you don't have a team already. And of course, you mentioned the 16s and the 18s and the Opens all going away shortly. We've got a whole host of teams going away this year from a state level, which is fantastic. 11 of the 12 teams will be represented throughout national championships. The first time in a very long time we've seen that. We've got an under-23 men's team that's come together nicely. Our Open men's team, hearing on the grapevine, James Harris reckons it might be his last go, but, you know, I reckon if we put a bid in and somehow snaffle the Open men's back again, he might go again. Though Jordan might say something about that. But obviously we've got the juniors, we've got the 16s and the 18s, boys and girls travelling together. So there'll be some really good opportunities there, and the 14s going away as well. So really good host of young up-and-coming state athletes travelling away interstate for their tournaments, and we wish every single person who's going away in a state team, right through from 14s through to the over 35s and everyone in between, we wish them all the best for their opportunities. Play hard, play fair, and see how many you can win. Well,
the under-14s have actually, they just played a tournament in July, and now they're doing another one in January. So the under-14s have had a very big year this year. They haven't stopped. I know Lucy hasn't stopped practicing, so I'm sure they're all looking forward to their nationals.
And for those that aren't aware, obviously from next year onwards, the Softball Australia's aligned the under-14s back with the Open women and under-14 boys back with the Open men. So they'll be splitting off as under-14s, but they'll be travelling with the Open teams to see obviously the top end of their states competing and
awesome.
Get some experience for them as well, which is a great opportunity for the kids. Emily Erickson, there's the throw, but the cut comes through from Talia to hold Brianne at third. So Becky Havas finds herself at second, Brianne Lint over at third, and Emily Erickson with a big swing at the first pitch.
Yeah, I think it was just a cover, try and make it a little difficult for Erin to see what was going on while the swing was happening, so gave herself up a strike.
Yeah, cover swings are always harder than they look as well.
Yes.
Because obviously we're always trying to hit the ball.
Oh. We're just taking a bit of the glove there and slowed it up. I think Brianne might have just been a bit blocked by the batter in the box as to where that ball had gone then. So
yeah, it was good hustle from Erin there to jump straight onto that one. Would have been close, I reckon, if she did go.
Would have been close. No damage done though. Foul tip there going through for the second strike. That's ours. Fouls it off again. Just got a message through from James Harris, clearly watching, obviously at home. He informs us no chance of any more tournaments. This will be the last one, he says. Well, James, then I'll put the challenge out. Go out with a bang, mate. Bring home the trophy. Another foul there to Emily, so she's sticking around in the box here. Of course, she had the hit out to left field earlier in the game that saw herself get round to third. None out, and we're actually at the around 22 minutes, so this is definitely not going to start a new innings, so Hills will only have that one more turn. I'm not sure what that pitch was. It
was supposed to be a change-up.
Yeah.
Didn't quite come out the hand as how she wanted it.
It did go over the plate, though.
Halfway there.
Halfway. And another ball. Full count. We've had 2 fouls, 2 strikes, and 3 balls in this turn at bat, so she's stuck around. With none out, the Hills will be looking to try and end this turn at bat quickly without adding any more runs. Patience in the box sees Emily find herself up onto first base with Araha Munro coming up to bat.
With none out. So
yeah.
Good opportunity here.
Absolutely, a lot of pressure on the Hills here, and I'm sure Seacombe will be wanting to get another couple under their belt before Hills have another turn at bat.
For those playing along at home, Bill Benedictson normally gives the weather update for his people back home, but obviously can't do it for a third. But I'm happy to tell everyone it has turned rather cold down here in the last half an hour.
It is very cold.
Hands are like ice.
What started a relatively pleasant start of the game and not too cold, but just a bit of a breeze, has soon turned into feeling semi-Antarctic here at the moment.
Typical West Beach weather.
All 4 seasons in one day.
Yep.
Oh.
A bit unlucky on that one.
Sitting ahead on the count here, 2 balls, 1 strike. Araha Munro with loaded bases, none out in the 5th, top of the 5th, with a 2-0 lead to Seacombe. Big piece of the ball, pushes it out to right field. Misfield as the ball gets through the right fielder. 1-run crosses. Becky Havas crosses. They're signalling and sending home Emily Erickson as well, with Araha Munro holding up at second base. 3 runs cross the plate for Seacombe, and a big hit out to right field by Araha Munro.
Well, what can you say?
Yeah, I think that's exactly what Seacombe were after there. A little unfortunate from the Hills to make that error for those extra couple to cross. Hopefully they can come back now and get these next few outs.
Yeah. I think it was just the pressure there. Just got too much.
So you see here on the replay,
Absolutely.
split the diamond nicely, just got too much and just flicked out past the left hand there of Lara Tamke. She chased it back hard, but quick moving and momentum from Emily Erickson saw her getting the signal to keep going.
Yeah, I think she did the right thing there as well, really charging in on that. That is exactly what you need to do in a situation like that. Just unfortunately, yeah, maybe copped a bit of a bad bounce or took her eye off it at the last minute.
It's an all or nothing. We call them the Sydney or the bush. So it's either Sydney, the Olympics, you're getting there, or the bush, and you're heading back getting it. So unfortunately, just that one didn't quite come off for her. Unfortunately, 3 runs have scored for Seacombe.
Bianca Pash up to back now with a runner out on 2. Araha Munro sitting out there. Still none out. Scores advanced to 5-0. Foul ball.
Sue Thomason's also put some comments on the Facebook chat there saying this is the first time I think the Tasmanian team's been in the Gillies.
Yep, in the Gillies.
And a certain high-profile pitcher coming along pitching for Tassie.
Absolutely, yeah. So they've got a pretty strong team by the looks of things. There's also Pippa Adkins playing for Tasmania this year, a recent South Australian player.
Yep. A few more Queenslanders, I think, are playing for them as well.
Yes, I believe so.
And a certain pitcher from the US of A, Megan Ferrimo, coming over.
Yes. It'd be
I
pretty
wish I
cool
was
to see
going.
her.
Yeah, exactly. I would love to have seen her live. So please take some videos. I'd love to see it.
I'll do my best.
Thanks. Yeah, I think that's fantastic to have someone of that calibre coming over.
For sure.
Ball there hit to Abby Bastion, just doubles around a little bit, holds the runner up at second. Probably a good play in the end not to throw the ball, and got a little bit of a bobble bounce as she went in to sort of half attack it.
Yeah, a bit unfortunate there from Abby. Yeah, she's been really solid all game. I think perhaps needed to just charge that a little bit more. I think that just took one too many bounces.
I think she just hesitated. She didn't go and tack it, which she did before. She
Yeah.
waited for it. I think if she'd gone and got it,
Yep.
she would have been able to
All
have the
over
throw.
that.
Yeah,
Still moving her feet a bit as the ball was coming to her.
just a bit hesitant on it.
And as Reggie does, we're rolling changes again now. So looks like Talia LaRosa's now come rolling back into pitch again. Zoe Marich makes her way back out to centre field, I think. And Brie Luxon comes back to second. So we just reversed the last change, and Talia gets herself another chance to have a roll of the arm.
Well, Seacombe have also made a change. They've let Lara stay on the bench, and Brooke Moses has come in to hit for her as well. Brooke is also from America as well, but she's actually moved here, so we'll claim her as Australian at the moment. But yes, she's also American. Her sister Paige is an under-14 state team going away with Lucy for under-14, so...
I hear you're talking about the American pitcher pitching for Tasmania in the Open Women. Victoria also. I hear recently the under-23s advising me that they've got someone coming over from the UK and someone coming from New Zealand.
Really?
Hey, there you go.
Isn't it awesome? Awesome to see people coming in from overseas to you know, an Australian tournament. I think that's fantastic.
It's going to test our batting depths and
Absolutely.
really put everyone to the sword and make sure they're playing their best, because those pitchers won't be missing a beat, I'm sure, and we'll see what our own have got up against them as well.
Yeah.
As
Mark Armstrong's just put a note in here that Georgina Corrick, All-American pitcher, is what Victoria have picked up.
Hey, there you go.
There you go. Thanks, Mark.
so Brooke Moses having her first turn at bat here, and Talia LaRosa back into the pitching circle to try and finish this off for the Hills. As we see a second strike cross the plate. Talia, last time she came in, struck out her first batter and has 4 strikeouts for the match. So ball goes down to first base, who walks over, touches her base, looks over and holds up Arahara at third for the first out of the inning.
I think Hills would be very happy to get that one.
Yeah, Brooke didn't quite get all of the ball there that she would wanted. It's easy out. But it has pushed the runners around, so, you know, more of the scoring position there. So at least she's hit it to the right side of the field.
Georgia Tompkinson comes up. She had a very lengthy turn at bat last time. She's had 2 walks for the match so far, so found herself on base on both occasions. She was left out there the first time, and the second time she was taken out at second on the force. So
So you can just need to be patient here, keep going what they're doing, hit the right pitches. There's only one out.
ball goes high there, getting ahead in the count. Could she get a third walk of the match? Hits the ball to Megan Williams at third, holds the runner, gets the throw over, drags her foot off the base. Caitlin Sterian there while fetching for it. And Georgia Compkinson finds herself at the first base for the third time this evening. We see here on the replay the throw got put over, just showed her the ball, the throw goes, hits a bit of an awkward spot just before it, and her foot just comes about a foot off the base.
Had plenty of time there to make the throw there. Ooh, the wind took it, dropped it down on her.
Yeah, very good job to still knock that one down to avoid another run at scoring.
Yes.
Back to the top of the lineup, and Regan Diaz finds herself back in the box for her fourth turn at bat. Not probably the one that you want walking in with loaded bases.
No, it's a bit dangerous here. I think she'll be waiting very patiently for that perfect pitch to really get after it here.
Tali wouldn't want to give her anything too nice to hit.
No.
Try and make her chase if she can.
Yep.
What's your advice to any up-and-coming pitchers if they find themselves in this situation, Sarah?
Don't throw
Good
it
luck.
like that.
We're definitely trying to hit the edges here.
Yes.
Up in the air, out to right field. Lara Tamke sits under it and holds up all the runners. Araha Munro not coming home, so that's a good out from the Hills there to hold all runners and get a second out. The ball just sort of shallowed in it.
Yeah, didn't quite get all of it.
Lara does have a nice throw, so it was probably a wise thing not to run. She was set up nicely there to catch that one.
Sasha Mutz comes back up for her fourth turn at bat, and it's probably a good feeling from Lara. She's probably sitting out there going that the ball that got past her from Araha was the one that got Araha out there. She's got to make sure that run doesn't cross now. Yep. So good of her to take that catch and hold the runners. The ball goes into the dirt, gets through, and Araha comes home, beats the throw. Runners advance to 2 and 3, but another run scores for the Seacombe. Just unable to trap that one there, Erin. It was down in the dirt and to the left.
Yeah, she's done a really good job at stopping those ones so far this game. So that was a little unfortunate that one got away.
Ball goes there, hit, gets to Abby Bastion. She's got to make the big throw and just misses. Just misses the throw over to first. It was a tough throw. She had to make all the way across to her right. She was falling backwards to her right at the same time as she threw it, and she's only just missed as we see the C-Max replay here.
Yeah, that was a really good knockdown by Abby there. Ooh,
Close, yeah.
Don't know if we pick up in the background here as the runner who came across home plate managed to look over to the first base umpire and signal safe themselves. So apparently we don't need the Blues out there tonight. The players are doing it themselves. Brianne Lint back up.
Ooh.
Brianne Lint's back up to bat. She's started the innings off with a nice 3-base hit out to the centre field fence. Sees the first one across the plate. They tried the pick off up at third. In the interim, the runner Sasha Mutz has advanced herself across to second. So runners 2 and 3 with 2 out. As we see, Seacombe still trying to continue this 5th innings. They've been in there a fair time. We're at the 96-minute mark of the match, so we're going championship times at the moment. Ball hit down the left, flicks the glove of Megan Williams, goes out to left field. First run, Tompkinson scores. Second run comes across Sasha Mutz, and the runner holds up out at second. Another hit for Brianne Lint. She's had a single, a triple, and now a double.
Needs to put it over the fence next time, and she's done them all. Good piece of the ball there from Brienne there.
Yeah, a solid hard hit. That was, yeah, it would have been quite a difficult one to field.
Another left field hitter, Brienne Lynch. She's had 3 out there tonight and 1 out to centre left. So Becky Havis comes up to bat. Last at bat was a walk. Her first was a fly to shortstop and her second was a double out to left field. So runner out on second base is Brienne Lynch. The score's currently sitting at 9-0. That was 2-0 at the start of this inning. So Seacombe have put the foot down to try and close this match out. Another ball. Ball there off the toe of the bat to Megan Williams. The throw into the dirt again. Mrs. Caitlin Sterian. The runner comes home. Crosses the plate. That was Regan Diaz who made a move out to second base as the courtesy runner for Brienne Lynch. And Becky Havis finds herself staying up at first.
I don't know what to say there. Like, it's just whether she just guided the ball, she was trying to throw it, or
Maybe thinking about it a little too much
Yeah.
after that last one.
It's been a couple of long throws from that left side of the infield in this innings. So looks like we're seeing another pitching change. And Riley Zobel, the other one that I said they had in their backup, is going to throw the mask on and come out. Not sure if Talia is staying in the game or coming out of the game.
oh, looks like she's going to go back to second.
To second, and Brianna Luxon finds herself back to the bench. The Riley Zobel, she's been waiting till 9:39 today to come on and pitch for 1 out.
Anthony's been texting me again. He's just asked me to let everyone know that this is obviously the halfway through point of the season, and the ladder, including if West Torrens have won, and we'll say Seacombe successfully win tonight. Port Adelaide got 22 points, Sturt a second on 20, Glenelg got 17, West Torrens have got 15, Seacombe have got 11, Walker have got 7, and Hills have got 4. The next game back after Christmas for the Premier League will be on the 20th of January. Oh, is it the 13th or the 20th?
No, we've got 20th of January.
Yep.
That's the bye round for the A grade is
Okay.
the 13th. So
Yep.
they're back on the 20th. I think it's a Seacombe game. I can't think who they're
Seacombe,
playing.
West Torrens. Yep, and then the Hills at Sturt on Diamond 2, and then Glenelg and Port on Diamond 1 at 5. And Anthony just wanted me to pass on to everybody from the ASA a very Merry Christmas. Be safe and a Happy New Year to everybody. So I hope I did good, Anthony.
I reckon you've done just perfectly there.
I'll get in trouble if
He
I
did
didn't do
send me a
it.
message earlier today with a whole heap of things to say, and I reckon that was the one bit I missed was the Merry Christmas. But I do have it here for the end. So
There you go.
I know 9:39, 9:40 we're probably normally at the end, but we've still got another turn at bat to go for the Hills here. And if they're to get these 10 runs back, we could be here till 10:30. Emily Erickson back up to bat. She was walked her first turn at bat this innings. She's also had a single and then advanced to third on a fielding error to the left field earlier in the game. As the wind picks up and it drops another couple of degrees. It's back, it's going to get through the infield, it passes the pitcher, it passes the diving second base, Talia La Rosa, and runners advance to second, and Emily stands up at first.
Yeah, very nicely placed ball there and a fantastic effort there by Talia.
Can't do much about those ones, is it? You know, it's just perfectly placed.
Araha Munro back up to bat. She hit the ball out that started the run scoring in this innings. She hit it out to right field on that occasion. Watch as the first one go across. Big innings here from Seacombe. They've put 8 on the board. This is their 12th batter for the, 13th batter for the innings. Ball goes high. This time low, she's got 3 balls to her name now. Runners on 1 and 2. We've got the 2 out, so they just need this 3rd out the Hills. They're trying everything possible. They're not getting the best of luck when it comes to balls off the edges of bats. And another ball there sees Araha Munro up to first, loads up the bases again, and brings back up to bat Bianca Pash. Ball goes up, and that's going to go out to right field. Lara Tamke was quick off the mark. She got herself in. She's taken another catch for the innings. That puts the side away with 8 runs advancing this innings for Seacombe to go to a 10-0 lead as we're going to come into the bottom of the 5th. And to keep the game going, Hills need to get either 10 runs to draw or 11 to win.
It's a pretty big ask from the Hills.
It's a very big ask. There's some re-entries and stuff occurring here, so there's numbers coming out like bingo balls from the plate umpire at the moment. Reggie's pulled the team together and had a good chat to them there, pulled everyone off the bench, and the only person who didn't come out, I think, was the scorer. Everyone else was out there and they were in huddle having a chat.
Hopefully they can at least get 1 on the board, because it's never nice to go absolutely scoreless in a game. So hopefully they can pull something together here.
Talia LaRosa is going to lead off the charge. She, at her first at bat, hit a nice one out to right field, but unfortunately found the fielder on that occasion. She kick-started their second innings, so I think the re-entry may have been Lara Titmus out to centre field.
Yeah.
As Erin Adams McDonald tries to get herself on camera, running across to the other side.
Looking to avoid any potential foul balls from Talia here.
Yeah.
Reagan's obviously been sitting on the bench watching that inning, so she's had eight runs before she could be able to come out and pitch again. So it's good to see her throwing like she did all the other innings before. Hasn't missed a beat here yet so far.
Yeah, she always looks very focused and very in the game,
Yeah.
which is really awesome to see.
Regan been doing a bit of work with Jess Golden this week on a coaching clinic as well. I saw her out here the other day.
Yes, there's I think it's the last day tomorrow. I think Lucy's going to that one for pitching day, pitching catching.
Fouls that one off down left field line over the fence. Full count for Talia LaRosa here.
Good pitch there. Yeah. Reagan.
Talia liked the look of it. She swung hard. Still in the box.
I think Reagan will keep looking to go at her here. She won't want to throw a walk.
Talia playing the game. Just pops another one over the fence for a foul ball. It's a good, strong at bat. She's up to 8 pitches. And Reagan's still hammering away at that zone. She went after the high one. She strikes herself out.
Very nice pitch there from Reagan.
Very disciplined pitching, kept herself in the game.
She actually shook off whatever Brianne called first. So she went, no, don't want that one, I want this one. Right decision.
How often do the pitchers get their way, Sarah?
Not very often. They know what's good for them.
Strong swing there from Erin, who's had a bit of time on deck. Sees the first pitch go through for strike one. How's that player of the match coming along?
Oh, I'm tossing up between 2 at the moment.
Oh.
You want to hear who they are?
Go on.
All right, I'm tossing up between Reagan. I think she's pitched a really good game. But also Brianne Lynn, because she's had some very good hits in there. And also, she's called a very good game as well, despite what we were just talking about, her shaking off that last one. But yeah, I think I'm always a little bit biased as well, because she's also a catcher.
And if we'd flipped it and Kylie had done it, she probably would have had Reagan.
Actually, no, I think Brianne's 4 hits. I think
that's pretty
awesome effort.
Yeah.
And yes, she has caught very well. But, you know, Reagan's done a great job in the middle as well. I think the whole Seacombe's done a very good job tonight. But, yeah, I think Brianne, she's clearly the player of the day.
Erin Adams McDonald there, watching that one go across for strike 3. That's the second strikeout of the match. Bearing in mind the last innings for the Hills, there were 3 strikeouts as well. So, looking through, we got 9 strikeouts for the match for Reagan.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, good effort.
It's done well.
Very good effort.
Very solid effort.
She'll be happy with that before she goes away for Gillies. She'll be happy with that one.
Mia Oates-Willis comes into the game here to have a hit for Catalina Sterian.
Training on Sunday at under 18s. I pitched a ball for Mia I had a pitching net. I've let one go. She's actually hit this ball right back at me. I've got a massive bruise on my back.
Oh no!
From Mia, so she can hit a ball. I'll guarantee that she can hit a ball.
Then have a chat to Mia about how you look after your officials. Gets that one choked up pretty high on the bat, puts it down for a foul ball down the first base line. So Seacombe just 1 out away from closing this match out with a 10-0 lead. There it is, finishes off with K-Toon number 10 for the match, Reagan Diaz. A fantastic pitching effort from her. A great effort by Seacombe overall to clear away to a 10-0 lead in 5 innings. That is the end of this match here. Let's go and have a chat to the team. And what did you think of tonight there, Sarah?
I think Seacombe put up a really, really good game there. I think they did very well defensively and were able to get a few hits on board, a few runs on the board earlier. But I think that unfortunate downside for the Hills was those few errors, and Seacombe were able to capitalise on those ones. But yeah, I think definitely looking at the lineup there, 2 really good games from Reagan with pitching, and Brianne Lind and Becky Habas, those few extras that came up with those hits as well.
Have you settled on Brianne for the player of the match?
I think so. Look, I think we have to lock that in. I mean, That's a pretty good effort to get that many hits in a game. And, yeah, she is also a part of the battery, which was a big success for Seacombe as well tonight.
Absolutely. Kylie, your thoughts on this game?
Ditto.
I like it. You did say at the start of the game that the errors were what Hills had to try and minimise if they were going to have a chance tonight, and unfortunately, when it was needed, they seem to be happening a little bit too much. Look, that's the end of tonight's game. It's an absolute cracking end to the match. Big hitting at the end there from Seacombe to get away 10-0. As we said earlier, our next game's the 20th of January. We'll enjoy a little break between now and then. From everyone at the Adelaide Softball Association, from Softball SA and from the Spacequake team, we wish everyone in our community and all of our watchers a very Merry Christmas, and we hope to see you in the new year safely. We look forward to seeing you all for more Premier League action in 2024. For now, it's good night.